Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel here today. Today we're going to be reading out of something that talks about forgiveness and truth, okay? We got to have forgiveness and truth, right? And God, He forgives us all the time with things like that. And it's hard for us to forgive other people too. We should forgive other people. And He forgives us for what we do. We do more sinful things than God, because God doesn't do anything sinful. He doesn't do anything sinful. If we say He does, you're making Him sound like He's a liar. And you're being a liar, right? So we don't lie either. So let's start. So it says here in verse 8, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we say, oh, I don't sin at all, completely, no, I'm innocent, I don't do anything, you're already lying again. You're lying again, and the truth is not in us. The truth is not in us if we're going to lie, right? If we lie about that, everyone has sinned, okay? You can't just say, okay, I've never sinned, or this person of mine, oh yeah, my son has never sinned, or oh yeah, my friend here, he never sins. Everyone has sinned. And saying that someone else or you're not sinning, that you haven't sinned, that is lying. That you're already lying again, and the truth is not in us. And you're like, what do you mean? Well, it says right here, and the truth is not in us. I'll just read the whole thing again. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth, it is not in us. Okay, the truth is not in us. We're even lying about ourselves. If we lie about ourselves, even if we lie about anything, the truth is not in us, because the truth is telling the truth, not telling the lie. But yeah, let's continue. In verse 9 it says, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. So if we confess that we sinned and admit that we did something wrong, if we admit that we did this, I admit, Lord, I did this. I admit, Lord, I did something sinful. I admit, Lord, I just did that. I'm sorry, Lord, right? He'll forgive us, right? And He'll cleanse us from all the unrighteousness we had in us. He'll take that away from us, right? He'll take it away. If we believe, right? If we but if we just are faithful, right? And if we're truthful, if we admit that we've done something wrong to Him, or admit to something else to someone else, God will take away all that unrighteousness that's in us and put in righteousness. So, and He'll cleanse us, He'll clean us, make us new again, right? Because He forgives us. God forgives us. That He's a loving, amazing Father. He's amazing, because He forgives us for what we do. Does that mean we keep doing it? No, that does not mean that. Don't try to take my video away and say, oh, I get to do whatever I want. I get to go everywhere and sin and everything like that. It's not like everywhere's Las Vegas, okay? So, that doesn't mean we just keep on sinning. If we're like, oh yeah, God's just going to keep forgiving us, right? Well, if you're going to take it like that way, then no, God hates that. The truth is not in us if we do that. If we're like, okay, you know what, He's like, oh, I really want to do this. Oh wait, I could just do that and then ask God to forgive me. It doesn't work like that, okay? And some people have done that. I don't know if I have or not, but okay, I maybe have. Okay, yes, I have. But if we try to do that, right, and we're just that doesn't work. The truth is not in us, and God won't forgive us from that. Okay, if we're just gonna do it like that, we're gonna say it like that. But if we actually believe, if we actually are sorry and we won't do it again, instead of doing it over and over and over and over again, right? That's not right, and the truth is not in us. So let's continue. Verse 10. If we say that we have not sinned, we make Him a liar, and His word is not in us. His word is not in us. So if we're saying oh yeah, I have never sinned, right? Just like it said in the verse here. It says, if I've never sinned, you're calling God a liar. It says here, we made Him a liar. We're just making Him sound like a liar, right? And His word is not in us. His word, that's this, right, is not in us. The word is not in us. If we're going to lie like that and say, oh yeah, we've never sinned, that's calling God a liar, and that is not having the word in you, okay? And it's very important to have the word in you. It's important to tell the truth. It's important to admit that you've done something wrong. It's important to let people know. It's important. The truth will be on us. The word will be on us. Righteousness will be on us. Faithfulness, all that, if we just tell the truth. We just have to tell the truth, okay? And sometimes when I watch my videos, I'm like, wow, I even learned something myself when I just watch my own videos. Like, it's very cool. And I love to make videos here and teach everyone, even myself. I'm still learning too. I'm learning this also. But it's just important. It's important to be truthful. It's important to forgive, right? I mean, it doesn't talk about that we have to forgive, right? But that doesn't mean we don't forgive. It doesn't say that in these verses, but it will say that in a bunch of other verses. So we have to forgive too. We have to forgive because if God forgave us, we have to forgive too. And if we don't forgive, then God is not in us. If we don't forgive someone, God will not forgive us. If we just do not forgive someone, God will not forgive us. And you're like, since when does it say? It does. If you're like saying, since when does it say that in the Bible? It does say that. It says that in the Bible, okay? And I'm not lying, okay? So that's just what I wanted to say. These 3 verses here. It's important to have the truth in you. It's important to be truthful. It's important to be to tell the truth, and it's important to have forgiveness too, just like God does. So that's lesson today. Bye.